Season 3 of Jujutsu Kaisen concluded with an extended special finale, generating a massive wave of momentum that pushed the series into a new tier. Promotional takeovers of real-world locations, like Sendai Station in Japan, have grounded the anime's fictional culling game in physical reality. This visibility is backed by high-volume fan engagement. Recent large-scale character polls show Yuji Itadori reclaiming the top spot in popularity among thousands of voters. The footprint of the series is now truly global, with a live orchestral concert tour scheduled to hit major cities like London, Paris, and Berlin in the summer of 2026. Studio Mappa has already confirmed that Season 4 is in active production, moving straight into the second half of the culling game arc. Between billion-dollar box office numbers and city-wide takeovers, the franchise is a permanent fixture of modern pop culture. But maintaining this level of saturation requires a volume of labor that is increasingly difficult to find. Despite the immediate announcement of a sequel, fans tracking the release cycle have spotted a discrepancy. Initial projections suggest the series won't return to airwaves until 2027. Looking at the Japanese television calendar, every major anime broadcast slot for the remainder of 2026 is already occupied. This multi-year gap stands in stark contrast to Season 2, which delivered the Hidden Inventory and Shibuya Incident arcs with only a 3-week break between them. Pushing the next release into 2027 reflects a physical limit. The animation studio is simply unable to produce finished animation at the rapid-fire pace the production committee previously demanded. The labor crisis at Studio Mappa became public record during Season 2, revealing a production cycle that had reached its breaking point. This chart shows the hierarchy of a production committee. Investors fund the series and dictate release terms to the animation studio. They set rigid deadlines to synchronize with merchandise sales. Given a 6-month window for a year-long project, the artist's capacity is squeezed. These compressed schedules forced animators to finalize complex action sequences in as little as 4 days. Prioritizing speed over the health of the production pipeline results in episodes airing with incomplete cuts and artists leaving the industry due to exhaustion. Mappa technically pays higher rates than its competitors, but this masks a heavy reliance on the gig economy to maintain their high-volume output. The studio uses a freelancer trap model. Instead of a large, stable in-house staff, they source work from hundreds of external contractors to handle a constant stream of new projects. This creates a skill gap. Senior in-house animators must spend their remaining hours fixing rushed or disjointed work submitted by overstretched freelancers, doubling their already heavy workload. While Mappa is often the focus of criticism, these practices are symptoms of a systemic failure across the broader Japanese animation industry. Higher pay cannot compensate for a lack of time. Without a stable pipeline, the artistic quality and the people creating it are both at risk. Industry veterans now propose structural changes to protect the medium from a collapse of its workforce. Proposals include crowdfunding smaller-scale projects or adopting light anime formats, where moving manga panels replace traditional animation to reduce the total number of required drawings. The situation has grown serious enough that Japanese policy think tanks are officially recommending government intervention to regulate labor hours and studio contracts. These proposals mirror the growing public demonstrations by animators and workers across Japan, demanding fair compensation and an end to chronic overwork. Restoring the industry requires more than just better studio policy. It necessitates a complete restructuring of how anime is funded and produced. These industry shifts are the quiet context behind the Season 4 announcement and projected 3-year hiatus. Rumored pivots, like turning major fights into theatrical films, offer the staff a more flexible production window and a reprieve from the weekly television cycle. The high-stakes exhaustion visible throughout the anime series production closely mirrors the grueling survival portrayed in its narrative. As the franchise moves toward 2027, its future depends on the industry's ability to protect the artists who bring the world of Jujutsu Kaisen to life.